I've been out there hustling. I've been up through the ups and downs. God got my feet on the ground, surrounded by Dabr Nation to hold me down. All right. So I gave no notifications. I gave no warning. Whoever makes it here is here because of strictly notification that came off of YouTube. And April is the first person that made it in off of their notifications. Sherry, number 2, fam. You guys are making it here strictly off of YouTube notification. I'm telling you, I just started this up. So tell me the notifications don't rock over here. Apple birthday, bro. Much love. Happy birthday. Thank you. Everybody made it here straight up off of a YouTube notification. I think that's fucking rad. No relying on Facebook. What? We're at 220 subscribers. It's moving right along. Holy fast. I hope you had a great birthday. So far, so good. You know, I don't want a lot for my birthday, so I would have to say so far I've gotten what I wanted. You know, I haven't gotten everything I wanted, but I'm okay with, you know, getting what I got. I haven't told fucking Facebook. Oh, we love you too. I love you too. Thank you, April. That's why I have to pop on midday. Like I just was taking a little nap, my little senior nap. Everybody's here because of you guys doing the notification and the bell right. That's so fucking dope. That is so fucking dope. I can't wait till this number starts to climb. What? I hope your day has been awesome. It really has. You guys have really made it a lot. I tell you what, you know, I'd be like 10 to 12 to 20 people showing up on my lives. And I'm like, did all the people forget about me? Like, what happens? Like, what happened? Like, I've had 1.3 million people watch me in 1 week. What happened? Right. And I have been inundated with happy birthdays today. Like, I really have. I didn't know what to do. I just figured it out. It worked out at the same time. But all of you guys are here. Tina, all of you guys are here because of YouTube's notification system. Tell me you guys didn't end up getting a notification. That shit's so fucking dope, man. Andy. Guys, when you come in, be sure to throw the like on the video, unless you're waiting until the end of the video to see if you liked it or not. In that case, then that's fine. Wait. I can't wait. I'm getting my grinders. My phone doesn't like to sit still. I did. It looked like a bell. Yep. I can't wait to get my grinders. They're on their way. Well, Sherry's going to have one. What? Yeah, get in the habit of liking the video, guys, when you guys come through. That would be dope. 219 people. I imagine not all of them got the notification bell turned on, but that's all right. Either that or they busy or something, but... what's the math? 6 out of 220. 610 out of 220 would be 22 times. So it's like 24 times 20, 23, 24. 6 times 30 would be 180. 6 times 4 would be 240. So it's like 3.5 or something. I'd be looking at the ratios, and same thing on Facebook. So far, this is doing way better. Bless you, baby. 7. All of you guys are here because of the notifications. Massive shout out to you guys. How's your guys' day going? Look at my hair. I got bad head. That's why I got to wear a hat. I don't be combing my hair all the time. I don't need to do all that fancy shit. It's me here. What's up? Massive shout out to you, bro. Man, oh man, this YouTube is where it's at. Fuck it. The delay is so much here. It really, really, really is. I am addicted to banana flavored popsicles right now. There's nothing wrong with sticking a long banana down your throat. Or kissing the long banana pop on the head of the tip of the ice cream. So here on YouTube, can you pull people in on your video? I can, but not in this environment. So there's different apps needed. I would have to do what's called a YouTube Google Hangout Live. And then not only can I bring someone up, I can bring up to 12 people up all at the same time. We can kind of do a big old group meeting. So I can do that. I'm not doing it. I can't do it on this platform right now because the app I used. But if I plan on doing like a group and bringing people up, I can do it that way. But I love banana anything. There's nothing wrong with banana anything. Danny's like, honey, I bought banana condoms. You're going to love it tonight. That would be awesome, right? Oh my goodness. What throwback story are we going to tell today, huh? You know, I wish you could like the video without having to back up. You know what I mean? Like right in the live where you're chatting, you're able to hit liking the video. You know, that would be nice. Like it really would. Dabr as a boy? What the fuck? What do you mean, Dabr as a boy? I am a boy. I mean, a man boy. So, can I play music? I can play music. However, if I play music and it happens to be copyrighted, they'll still leave the thing out there, but I won't get any monetization, which happens to work because I don't have any monetization turned on. So they're not paying me anyways, so it really don't matter. But if you get too many violations, they can shut your account down. Oh, Larry, sorry your head's killing you, fam, man. I know you're going through a cold right now. I hope you start feeling better, man. Get some rest, get some medicine in you, get some food in you. Don't worry about me on my birthday, fam. I know you're here in heart and soul, fam. I know you hear, you know what I mean? Heart and soul. Josh, what up, brother? Congratulations to the winner. Hell yeah, fam. You guys are all here because you turned on the notifications. I have not let Facebook know. I haven't sent a message to anyone. I haven't done anything like that. So you guys are literally getting the notification straight from YouTube. Everyone's telling Larry to feel better. Love you guys. Thank you for doing that. Oh my goodness. I'm wearing peace, love, and cannabis. Yeah. I said peace, love, and cannabis. Feel better, Larry? Hell yeah. I need to start doing some printing today, believe it or not. I have some printing that needs to get done. I was feeling sorry for you guys. I was going to give you guys the number 207. Next time, I'm not even going to feel sorry, man. If nobody gets it and I hang up the show, fuck it. Nobody gets it. Like, I'm sure someone will figure it out. Thank you, Tina. Man, I'm loving this fucking YouTube, man. This fucking YouTube is what up, everybody? Fuck. This YouTube's where it's at. Where it's at, motherfucker. For those that are catching brand new, I'm Robert Dabr Clark with DabrCloth.com. I make dab clothing, dab apparel. I do website marketing and graphic design work, and I'm a content creator. Right, April? Thank you. So, April says, so far I follow you wherever you go. Hell yeah, that's beast mode, man. And the other thing that's cool is this might be the end of moving around. Like I haven't been able to get this YouTube to work perfectly like this. And so far I'm loving it. So far I'm loving it. And there's filters too. You guys tell me which filter looks the best. This is a dreamy state. Glam. This is 8mm film. Oh, yeah, my old school. Born on 69. That's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Hi, this is a movie exercise. We will show you how to masturbate. This is an educational broadcast. This is how you take care of Willie in the morning. 8mm. It started out one scary day. Document, sepia, silver screen. This is black and white. This is that old school black and white silver screen. A goodbye country road, a mountain mama, take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Okay, so this is a press release, guys. I want to everybody just be prepared. I want to let everybody know. Susan in the front right there. Yes, hold on one second. New Times right here. YTFF and TMZ. Everybody, get your cameras out. We're going to do this exclusive right now. The wall must be built. The wall must be built. Yes, it is my birthday, the 49th birthday. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, William. William, you got a feminine hand, William. I'm just saying, okay? Yeah. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Happy birthday. Hell yeah. Man, this is great. Okay. All right. I can't answer any more interviews right now. It's getting too much for me, people. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Paparazzi. Fucker, much love. Jim. Hell yeah, Jim. Thank you, fam. Yes. We're at the Snow Festival. Albino Happiness. Yeah, the Albino Happiness Tour. Happy dirty 40s. All right, let's change these filters up. Normal. There you go. That's cool, man. There's some filters to fuck around with on here. West Virginia, a mountain mama, take me home. All right, any movie recommendations for Dabr's birthday to watch? Any sci-fi movie recommendations? No, I'm not 21 again. Fuck, I'm turning 49. So I'm like 24 again. When I hit 50, I'll be like 25 again. Can't you tell I'm half my age? This new Fountain of Youth elixir I'm taking. K-Diz, what's up? Hey. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, guys, and hit the bell notification if you don't want to miss out. I'm 18 minutes into it. Carrie, Myrick, hey, be sure to like and subscribe on my channel and hit the little bell notification. It'll have little lines next to it if it's turned on. If it ain't turned on, it'll just be a bell there. So how we going? We're going all right. Yep, that's how it works, man. The elixir. It's just some cannabis and coffee. That's really all it is. Cannabis, coffee, and trying to have some good little weight. I've started my diet back up, doing the no sugar in the coffee. Are you guys able to tell I've lost weight? Toking on some wedding cake. I love some wedding cake, man. What you toking on, K-Diz? I just took care of it. I get everything now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at Beastly, right? Thank you. Yes, you could tell, babe. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to be selling these. It's going to come with the keychain, stickers, and a grinder for $15. I'm not sure, but it tastes like some White Widow. That's what's up, man. Hey, hey, I know some of you guys, some of you don't. Will you put your state in below what state you guys are in? I'm in Arizona. Yep, and it's going to have Dabr on it, bro. It's going to have Dabr on it. Can't wait to hook you guys up. Canada, massive shout out. One thing I love about Canada is the war on drugs. Marijuana won the war on drugs. War on drugs for marijuana. 1 for marijuana, 0 for the war on marijuana. And it's one of the top strains of 2018. Massachusetts here. Damn, what part of Massachusetts? I used to live down in Plymouth by the Bourne Bridge and the Rotary. I'm Steve. Oh, okay. Now I know it's me here, Steve. That's what's up, fam. We're going to roll up another one. What part of Massachusetts? I love the delay. I'm not sitting here waiting for a fucking week for an answer for people. It's fucking great. And if they don't give an answer, then I know they just didn't answer. Like, you know what I mean? That's so fucking dope. East Hampton, Western Massachusetts. I'm in East. Nice. Nice. I delivered diet meals all the way from Newburyport over to Chelmsford, Billerica, all the way down to the tip of the Cape and back. We had 5 routes, and at different times I ran each route. So I pretty much got to see a big part of Massachusetts. This is faster than the Michigan Bunny, the Michigan, and it's faster than the Energizer Bunny. Michigan, I knew that one. I knew April was in Kazooie, Michigan. Let's twist up another one. I have a few great friends, and then all you smell is cow shit. That's how you know you're home. It's funny. When my wife met me in Massachusetts, I was a Minuteman. I'd get in there. Now she longs for those days. I'm the second man. No, I'm just kidding. I took that from motherfucking the Bundys. That's what Al Bundy said. I was part of the Minuteman. And what's her name came in and she says, now I long for those days. Damn, bro. Hot. Yeah. That shit's funny. I long for those days. Honestly, I don't have no hang-ups. You know, if I had a small penal, okay, I'd be okay with it. If I had a giant porn star member down there, I would be okay with it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't complain. You know, if I was a minute man, I wouldn't complain. If I was an hour man, I wouldn't complain. Whatever worked for me. You know what I mean? If I was 1 hour and 1 minute, Tasha Clark. Wow, you know another Clark in Massachusetts? You know, I'd be proud of who I am no matter what my downfalls or whatever, you know. Sometimes it's hard to remember that. You know, we have to never forget to be proud of who we are no matter what. I'm the maybe man, you should say. Oh, I so like this way better, man. No interruptions, no Facebook hesitations. You're dying over there. How many of you guys heard the story about my friend? I happened to come by his house and wanted to use this bathroom. And how many of you guys heard that story the other day? And if you guys would like to hear it again, feel free to lie and say, no, you didn't hear it down there. Okay. A lot faster, unlike you always make our stoner family better. Well, I couldn't do it without you guys, man. You know, fuck. I missed. Repeat that shit. All right. So this is what happened. So I went over to my friend's house to use this bathroom, right? And I asked to use his bathroom. He's like, go ahead. So I go in there, and all of a sudden I look down in the fucking toilet to get ready to sit down on the motherfucker, and there's a fucking turd in there like this fucking big. Like this, and this guy's short. He's smaller than me, a big old bodybuilder muscle head, dude, right? He's stronger than me and shorter than me, and he got a fucking turd in the toilet like this fucking big. Like it looks like this, like a log, like fucking huge, right? I didn't even use the bathroom. I got up and I went out there. I was like, hey, did you have a problem shitting that turd that's in the toilet? He's like, no, why? I said, did it hurt? He's like, no. I said, come here, take a look at this thing. He came in there. I showed him how big it was. I was like, what, that thing fall out sideways? What are you talking about? Didn't fucking hurt. That shit's huge. Like, what, was your ass being fisted or something? You're just used to that size? And he's like, oh no, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. You know, all of a sudden it was the worst pain in the world. It was like giving birth to some shit, you know? Oh my God, that shit. I was like, motherfucker, what, that shit just fall out sideways? Oh yeah. You're talking, and so that same motherfucker, next thing you know, we're in Mexico buying our little pharmaceuticals from the pharmacy and shit, right? And we're in a back alley somewhere, and I done stuck my stuff down in my pants, you know, and threw the old Johnson over it to hold it up against the nuts, you know, put my little baggie and just kind of threw it over there and put my tidy whities over it. That was good, right? And I was good, right? So next thing you know, he was like, man, I'm having a trouble with this. This thing's just, I don't know where to put it. It's about to fall. I told him, man, just lay your dick over it. And then I thought, right after saying that, I said, well, I'm thinking, I was like, unless your dick won't go over it. And he's all like, oh yeah, it'll wrap around it, man. It'll wrap around it, man. I'm like, well, wrap it around it then, motherfucker. So little dick, big poop guy, right, makes it to the border, right? We get all searched up. Oh, I believe it, man. Right? You should have treat. That shit's hilarious, man. Yeah, so then they checked him out all at the border and freed him up. And then just as they freed him up, his little bag of fucking shit fell down on the ground. And he hockey kicked it, man. You made my evening. He hockey kicked that shit and it slid all the way to the fucking exit of the border. And he fucking picked that shit up right outside the border and I was like, damn, motherfucker. I was like, you got nuts, man. You got fucking nuts the size of boulders, man. You drop turds the size of logs. You got a little dick. I said your dick must have come unraveled, bro. That motherfucker, you must have pulled it out like a string and let it go. And while you were walking, it was like, you got to the border and finally went, ding, 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 pop back in. You know what I mean? Right? Yep. That's the fucking long neck style. Shit, he must have had to do something, man. Me, I had no problem. I fucking dropped my anchor over that motherfucker and had no problem. Everything stayed secure. We had no load departures. I thought everyone had the same capacity. My bad. That shit was fucking funny. And I must be the opposite, little poop dude. You know what I mean? No floaties, no. Sounds like the Netflix original. Shit, crossing borders. That shit's funny, man. Man, if I could reenact some of this shit, it would just have you guys in tears, man. If I could just reenact it. Like I've told you the story. This is a true story, too. I would love to do a Netflix series of just that night. Of that, you know, I would combine those 2 days. Like I would hit his bathroom first in that day, and then we'd take off to Mexico. Like I'd make that 2 in 1 day story. Yeah, that turd was incredible. I think that turd was the size of his arm. Like, fuck, would somebody fist his ass or something? I mean, and I was amazed at how centrifugally perfect the turd was, too. Okay. That motherfucker was centrifugally, I mean, it looked like this, but a little smaller. Okay. Not much, but definitely a little smaller. Like, it was perfectly centrifugal. Like, it was like, that shit had like a square end on both ends. I already was in tears the first time I heard it. Oh, you know it must have hurt. That's why I came out and asked. I was like, hey, bro, did that shit hurt, man? And he was like, no, what you talking about? I was like, man, you fucking pinch a loaf. You fucking saw shit off. I mean, that shit was a blunt force object. He could have pulled that out and clubbed somebody like a fucking flashlight. It wasn't a regular turd, man. Okay. I think that's why he really didn't flush it. It was like extra security. You come in and get beat with a turd that big, man. You want to run. You have no idea what the fuck you're fucking with. And it's coming from a little man too. Okay. So can you imagine a little man with a big turd? Motherfucker, I will fuck you up. You know, like that's enough to make anyone run, I think. You're not expecting that shit going in there. You know what I mean? Just really not expecting shit like that. Security device, I just don't know. My stomach hurts. Go gadget asshole stretch. Oh man, he must have opened his ass like a python opens its mouth and breaks its jaw. I mean, to let that fucking thing out. Oh my God. I almost thought I heard the sound of metal crunching, like kunk, 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 kunk. Like he must have a robot. He must be a robot or some shit. No, he was not gay. He was not gay. So that's what really mind fucked me. That man would pull fucking strippers out of a strip club. Like Like that guy was a woman's man, you know. And when they pulled down his pants, they must have got, oh wow, it's so cute. Like I don't know, man. I know he's hating me if he ever sees this video go live. Oh, that's such a cute little thing. Yeah, the toilet must have been made of steel. Oh man, it was some porcelain shit, but man. I left the bathroom and let him fucking get that bitch down the toilet before I went in there. I don't think the toilet area was that. Oh, you're literally, you come on, you're asking to use the bathroom, you're in the area. He's a short muscle dude. You're not expecting a turd in the toilet like this. Like, I was thinking maybe like this, maybe like this. They were in for a big little surprise. His name is Kenny Rogers. No, I'm just kidding. And that's not on the actor. I mean, on the real Kenny Rogers. I was just throwing some crazy name out there. Man, you might not want to look. I always look at a toilet, man. You never know what the fuck's going to be there. I'm not going to just blindly sit on a toilet. Oh, yeah. He had no shame in his game. He was like, that's protein. Damn it. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to do a Facebook share. Yeah, it was a log for sure. I just shared this to Facebook. Oh, man, I can't believe some of the women I work with. Gross, right? Nobody knows, actually. The relationship him and his toilet had. Yeah, he was a bodybuilder, so he ate a lot of protein, man. A lot of protein. And protein shits be like logs, I know I did a protein. When I eat a lot of protein, I notice my turds are solid turds. They're nice, solid, but they got like rounded and shit. They're not like nothing like that, man. He's fucking his protein. He must be stacking up some protein. That shit was incredible. So now that I know that I can do this with YouTube like this, I'm going to have to do my stand-up and bring out my phone like that. Might want to see if the toilet was okay, right? That's funny. Hey, here's a story for you. It's happened to me too, and this is why I look in the toilet now. But we were on a move, and he went and took a shit in a toilet, upstairs bathroom, and there was no water in the toilet, and he was stuck trying to fucking flush that big ass turd down the toilet. And I never saw the turd in the toilet, so I just imagined a regular turd. But later on, after seeing the turd that he did at his house, I could only imagine what that fucking situation was like. I can only imagine. Man, you can't walk away and say it wasn't you. You're a paid mover, man. Fucking, you're the only one in the house besides these people. It's definitely one of us. And I'm not taking his big turd blame. Yeah, he did the right thing. He collected up water and managed to flush it. Let's shoot the shit, right? That's pretty appropriate, actually. If this person ever heard this, right? Out to the truck. Oh, well, that's what he had to do. He had to walk out to the truck and get his gallon water container and dump the water in the fucking toilet and flush it and like go fill it up at the neighbor's fucking fountain and fucking. He had to do that a couple times, he said. He had to find some papers to wipe the bowl, he said. But he managed to get the fucking thing all dialed in. The funny thing is, the customer asked if anyone used the bathroom upstairs. And that's after the mess was cleaned and everything. And he said no. But they were wondering, why was there water in this toilet when there's no other water in any of the other toilets? Because he couldn't get the last little bit to go down. And they knew they didn't have water on. That shit was epic. He lied about that. Johnny, what's up, man? Johnny, how did you find out I was live? Through your notification through YouTube or saw my post on Facebook? Because if you saw my post on Facebook, you might have subscribed, but you didn't turn on the notification bell. Oh, and YouTube. Okay, cool. I'd puke. So you'd be cleaning up puke and your own shit. That's funny. Oh, my God. I'd say something to that nasty motherfucker. If I walked in and saw somebody drop a shit lizard and left it on the fucking thing in a space that ain't his toilet, I would say something, man. We'd be fighting in that bathroom. You know? I'm not going to try to fight the guy, but if he tries to take a swing at me and shit, I'd have to say I'd be scrapping his ass. I would too. I'd have to say something. I'd say, hey, man, you shit on your toilet like this at home, motherfucker, you nasty ass sick son of a bitch. Like that's his words I'd come out of my mouth. I'd say, you shit like this on your toilet at home? And if so, who the fuck cleans that shit up? And if he said yes, I'd say, you a lying ass motherfucker. You nasty ass motherfucker. Like, I don't understand. Like, you need a haircut. You looking old as fuck, man. I'm trying to wear my 49, man. Shit. I have to do everything in my power just to make me look like, you know, a little older than 35. I hate it when I ask someone young, how old do I look? And they're like, 55. I'm like, you know, you don't have a fucking clue, do you? I'm like, you have not a fucking clue. But you ask someone older and they give me a good, you know, you look like early 40s, late 30s. That shit's funny. Actions, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel. Nice. I could put a person in timeout. Motherfucker, you want to sit in the corner? I'll put you in timeout. Like, Facebook don't have no timeouts. Oh, I would love to time out some motherfuckers. Oh, yeah, I would like to touch that motherfucker right in his fucking face. I have no problem washing my hands afterwards. Oh, man. That's a tough one. I'd get rid of that friend and never let him back and do a lot of antibacterial cleaning and using alcohol to fucking take care of the fucking bacteria that comes from urine as it dries up. So you don't have a smell. Yeah, I like to touch that motherfucker. Dunce had time, right? It was covered in shit, man. Hey, you know what? I'd rather clean up some shit than I'd rather clean up shit than clean up a fucking restaurant, motherfucking a grease trap that they have in a motherfucking for their plumbing grease trap that helps trap grease and shit that goes down the drain. Ooh, that is the nastiest, most wretched smelling, fucking disgusting fucking thing I've ever had to smell or touch. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I'd much rather deal with some shit, man, than those grease traps. Those grease traps are way bad. I had to clean one of those, man. It was the worst experience in my life. I'd never want to do that shit again. I was throwing up. Hey, I had a friend. His name was Michael Poorboy. Michael Poorboy's philosophy for cleaning shit was simple. He says, leave it. I'm like, what do you mean leave it? He says, leave it. It'll get hard and then it's way easier to pick up. I said, yeah, but what about that thin shit over there? He says, let it get hard, it scrapes up. I'm like, okay, motherfucker. You're going to be out there picking that shit up. He says, no problem, man. And it takes less than 24 hours to harden. I'm like, all right, you're on it. Fucking, I want this shit cleaned up, though. My face hurts from laughing, and I'm supposed to eat pizza. Honestly, have you guys ever eaten pizza and afterwards your jaw was like sore, like it had a workout? Like, yeah, just fucking had a workout from after eating pizza? I'll tell you what that is. If you ever got that, what happened was when the people were making the pizza dough, they overhandled the dough, causing the dough to create a little bit of a rubbery effect. And that rubbery effect is causing the jaw to have a workout. And I know that because I actually managed a pizza place and everything. So prided ourselves. A good pizza should be no effort eating. You should never have no jaw aches. You should have nothing but savory, beautiful moments. But that is why a pizza can fucking get your jaw all tight. So if you have a particular restaurant that does that, quit fucking with them. Yes, you are right. I worked in a pizza place for years. Yep. In the East Coast, there's a lot of those places to work at. Not everyone gets it right. But yes, definitely a lot of them to work at. You guys should have saw my interview for Checkers Pizza. That was the name of the restaurant. Checkers Pizza. We're gonna be a franchise. I remember that. Checkers Pizza. It's like Domino's, like the game. Checkers. That's what the owner, Tony, would say to me. Tony Mazzelli. Like checkers, like dominoes, kind of like the game. I remember when I came out with like a bandana called the Cal headgear. He was like, hey, Robert, I'm inventing something too. He's like, it's a leather thing that will hold your pants up. I think I'm going to call it a wrapper. And his wife says, no, I think you should call it like a serpentine belt. You should call it a belt. And he's like, honey, you're onto something. We're going to take this to the top. I'm like, fuck you, Tony. So no, it's not Domino's, it's Checkers Pizza. It really was Checkers Pizza. I have no idea whatever happened. I know he don't own it anymore. if it is still out there. Yeah, he used to be a ball buster, fucking cocksucker. And we might even make a thing called a shirt. I'm like, really? You fucking ball buster. You fucking ball buster. But that's how the East Coast was. When I lived out there in Massachusetts, man, we literally, the restaurant, Checkers Pizza, literally was right behind a grocery store, you know, like a major chain grocery store, right? So they sent me to go get some linguine. So I went over there to go get that sausage, linguine or whatever it's called. Like, it's like a fucking long ass sausage, right? So I went over there to get that, and I'm waiting, and there's like other people there. And the guy asked, who's next? Nobody wants to say nothing. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm in a hurry. I'm like, I put my hand up. He says, what can I get for you? I said, so 3 linguinis. He gave me 3 linguinis. I was like, great. I grabbed them, took it to the register, paid for it, went around to the front, and went around to the front, got in the car, drove around to the back of the building where the pizza place was, come in the fucking front door. And the first thing out of the owner's mouth is like, why are you cutting fucking people over in line? I'm not even wearing a Checkers Pizza fucking uniform. Okay. I'm brand new in this fucking state. Okay. I didn't say I was ordering for Checkers Pizza. And as soon as I go into the fucking door, the fucking news had traveled from the store to his fucking restaurant and to him that I'm cutting people in line before I even made it back. I was like, what the fuck? Man, talk about fucking news travels fast in a small town, man. You guys aren't fucking kidding me in this motherfucking place. Like, what the fuck? And no, I didn't cut anybody. I told him the story. He's like, man, Robert, we do things a little different here in Massachusetts, man. I'm like, do you want the fucking linguine or what? There's a Chubby's Checkers. Yeah, maybe because they couldn't be Checkers. So that's why they came out with Chubby Checkers, which is a totally different thing, which is fine and dope. But this is how I got the job at Checkers Pizza, which also ultimately ended up me meeting Andy. If it wasn't for Checkers Pizza, I would have never met Andy. But so this is how it happened. I was had came to Massachusetts, and I wanted a second job. And the reason I wanted a second job, I was working for a restaurant called Diet Fresh during the daytime, and I was looking for a second job in the evening because I was lonely. I didn't know anybody. I was from out of state, and I was bored. And I figured if I'm going to be bored, I might as well go fucking find a second job. Might as well work all my time, and I'll just stack money. That's what I'm going to do, right? So then I went to Checkers Pizza, and I said, so how much you hiring for? Now, mind you, the East Coast pays more than the West Coast. So I'm like asking for a little bit more money than I normally would. So I told him, I'm like, how much you paying? He goes, I'll pay you 10 an hour. And I'm like, 10? I'm looking for $15 an hour. He's like, $15 an hour. He says, I got guys that's been here for like 2 years that ain't making that kind of money. He says, what the fuck makes you think you're worth that kind of money? And I was kind of stuck on that one. And I looked him right in the eye. He says, that's what I'm looking for. And he says, can you even make a fucking pie? I said, yeah. He says, okay, make me a fucking pie. And he fucking handed me the tray of dough and a scraper, and he says, now make me a fucking pie. He said that word, fucking pie. Make me a fucking pie, right? So I scoop up the fucking dough out of there. I'm like peeling it up, plop it in the flour, put it on the thing. I'm doing this. He fucking pushes me. He's like, pushes me with his arm, and it just like throws me out of the way. He says, get the fuck back. And he's like, boom, 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 hoo, 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 whap, 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 done. He's like, how the fuck are you supposed to make fucking 300 pizzas in a fucking 2-hour period doing this shit? I said, I'll work for $10 an hour. He says, you know what? Because you have fucking nuts between your legs, I'll fucking give you the job. I said, all right, well, thank you. And that's how I got the job at Checkers Pizza. That's how I got the job at Checkers Pizza. I came in and he's like, because you have nuts. So I ended up working my way up to being the manager of that store and ended up managing 2 different locations and was in charge of hiring and money and all kinds of shit, and eventually told him to go fuck off. Because he would get all roided up and drunk and shit, and I would have to take him his money at the end of the night, and I had to deal with his silly ass. That story is always a great and funny story, right? Well, and how I met my wife was we finally came across some weed in Massachusetts, and this shit was fire. The perfection of the Boston, Jersey accent, right? Hey, so we finally got a hold of some fucking Boston fire. Like, met some dude at a bar, and we went out looking to find some weed, and we found some dude at a bar that had some weed, and he took us out to his car and fucking got us high as fuck and ended up selling us a little $10 sack, a little eighth, and hooked us up Arizona style. He said when he was in Arizona, some firemen hooked him up, so he's returning the favor. So he hooked me up, and we got like a little eighth, and then we went back to our place and we split it, and we had already smoked, just barely smoked a joint, and I was fucking retarded high, yo, like retarded high, right? I went to work and I was fucking up pizza, and the boss at the time, his name was Richard Horty. He was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, and at that time I was like, I have weed. I didn't really care about my night job as much as I should. And I was ready to be fired. So I looked him right in the eye and I fucking came out hardcore on his ass, like parkour, but hardcore, right? And looked him right in the eye and says, "Look, I smoked some weed that got me high as fuck. I had no idea it was going to hit me the way it did. I'm fucking pretty much retarded stoned right now." And this square ass looking old ass man, I thought for sure this motherfucker is going to say, "I'm fired. That's it. We can't have you coming to work all drugged out." That's what I thought for sure was going to happen. He looks at me, went from like, "What's wrong with you?" to, and if you ever knew this guy, that's a really corny look on him, like bad, right? And I just thought, oh my God, like what? He's like, "I'll help you, buddy." Jumps in there and starts fucking taking over for me. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't even get fired. And so he wanted me to smoke him out later on. So I smoked him out later on. And then that actually paid out to work out, because then when I ran out of weed, he was the dude that could get weed. And so then I started fucking getting weed through him. And one day I went to go smoke with him, and he was hooking up my wife with weed at the time. And he's like, "I'm going to go visit a friend." I was like, "Is it all right if I come?" He's like, "Let me call the friend." The friend said, "Yes." He said, "Yes, you can come." We went over there. They did their little split of a sack. We smoked some weed. I got her phone number, came back, and the rest is history. So there you go. But that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that story. Like, you know what I mean? I would have never been able to meet my wife if she wasn't buying weed off of old men. "Like some candy, little girl?" But we were both young. Just like 5 years difference. Yes. His wife, Honey, she is actually my friend on Facebook today. I don't think they're still married anymore, because I don't see no pictures of his ass anywhere. So who's buying tickets for next week? Huh? Anyone want to, if you guys want, you can buy me a lottery ticket. for my birthday. Sign my name on the back of it, and you can hold it. Show me you signed my name on the back. Send me a picture of it. You hold the ticket. If it hits the big money, then we'll make arrangements to get together, and we'll go get that motherfucker together. And I'll make sure to take care of you together. My husband and I are dying laughing. Next time, how I met my dealer. Oh my God. Hey, 24, 25 years later, like, it's proven to be a good method. Cannabis keeps lives together. I'm getting hungry. I bought a big old roast for dinner. Big old roast. I trimmed off all the fat, and it's a nice big chunk of meat. So I can cut me a fucking steak this thick. I can cut me a fucking steak this. I can cut me little breakfast steaks off of it. I've been fucking up some steaks lately. Doing that, and then I like sit there and fucking tenderize it with the fork and herbs, like pop, 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 fucking tattoo those herbs inside the body of the steak. Jump on that roast like a lion, right? Tattoo the herbs inside and tenderize that steak. That's an easy P&E. I want to say massive shout out to all you guys for joining me today, participating, being part of my my Dabr Nation, my YouTube migration. This is dope, man. And you guys are able to pull it back up on YouTube and laugh on it again later. You're able to broadcast this on your TVs, through your stereo systems, you know what I mean? Through all your major channels you're normally used to. None of the fucking Facebook hesitations, delays, none of the blackouts, none of that shit, man. I mean, there's some delay, but not like Facebook, man. Facebook done went retarded with it. Maybe because net neutrality kicked in. Remember they killed net neutrality? So maybe the killing of net neutrality kicked in, right? All right. Well, I got to get some dinner and get some shit done. Thank you guys for being part of my live. Thank you for chilling. Thank you guys for having a blast. I hope I made you guys laugh. I hope you guys had a fun time. Be sure to tell your friends. One love. Thank you guys. I will see you again tomorrow. One love to you tomorrow. Tomorrow's only a day away. I know I suck at singing, but who the fuck cares? One love.